Welcome back to the Microsoft 365 Copilot playing card series. We're going through the deck of Microsoft 365 Copilot playing cards from Ignite, getting ideas and tips on using Copilot with the Microsoft 365 apps and in the chat. Today we're back in the chat and we're using the Three of Diamonds idea of a 360-degree overview, and I'm going to run one for a person. And just remember that now we have GPT-5 running, auto mode can pick up Think Deeper or a quick answer. And if it is dropping into that Think Deeper mode, you can choose that quick answer option. So I did a 360-degree overview of myself from a colleague profile, from one of my demo profiles, looking at the real me. And it was quite interesting, the content it came up with. It started off by framing the response, identifying the content is included, and an overview of me as a person. And then it dropped into current focus, recent work, recent communication highlights between myself and the person running the prompt. Looking at meetings, both past and future. An overview of the person that you're running the 360-degree review on. It then suggests a meeting agenda and how you could prepare for that meeting to go through this overview that you needed to look at. Some questions to ask, and they were quite insightful questions, but mainly related to the executive summary and the topics identified in there. And then some behaviours to watch out for. Apparently I do too much working out loud and wide sharing of my content, which might contravene some of the sensitivity labels that we have set up in the tenant. I particularly liked what it came up with in the executive summary. I felt this really strongly focused in on my expertise as well. So that was quite interesting to see how it had picked that up. So how you can use this tip. So for scenarios such as preparing for a high stakes meeting, helping you review lots of content to be fully prepared for that meeting. If you want to reconnect with a colleague or even a customer after a gap, so you can catch up on where you were. Again, catching up on a project if you've been away. Managing multiple stakeholders involved in a project. Again, collecting large volumes of information, looking at the full picture, the 360-degree view. But also for trying to identify any risks, either in behaviours or in project metrics and scenarios that you're working on. So from a people perspective, it gives you a full picture of that person, consolidated insights from across all the sources you have available to you. It allows you to look at actionable recommendations and questions, and as with all AI, gives you a speed of performance. And then finally, we've got that project related view that we can look at as well. So giving us that consolidated view of the project if we're running a project related prompt, highlighting the risks and opportunities, making us fully aware of what is going on and how to make recommendations or ask questions about the current situation. And then again, just efficient working and gathering of information. So that was the Three of Diamonds tip. Come back for another one. Maybe not tomorrow because it's the weekend. Maybe we'll do the next one on Monday.